it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be doing a video on Taylor Swift, and I'll be continuing the series of natal charts. So I'll be explaining her natal chart, her placements, and what it means about her personality, her characteristic traits, and how they attribute to a lot of the success that she has garnered. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. This is that time to do so. So please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Also hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. Also share this video with anyone you know who'd really love it and would really love to hear more about Taylor Swift's natal chart. With that in mind, let's get right into the video. Taylor Swift was born on December 13, 1989, and because of this qualifies her as being a Sagittarius. People with this placement in the sun tend to be very happy people. They're very witty, and they're always looking for an adventure. So if you look at Taylor Swift, if she's on her Instagram, Twitter, or any social media account, or whether she's in interviews, you do see that she's a very happy person, and she is very witty as well. She's very funny, and she seems like a great person to be around. She is also the type of person that loves adventure, because if you look on her social media accounts, she shows a lot about the things that she does on a daily basis, and they seem so adventurous. So her having this placement literally describes her to the T. And she represents Sagittariuses very well. Next up is her moon in Cancer. Someone who has the moon in Cancer are very emotional. They are very sentimental, and they do have mood swings from time to time, but they do have a very interesting intuition. And I did make a video on Cancer moon 2 weeks ago, so you guys can check that out. And this really describes Taylor Swift, because she is very emotional and she's very sentimental. She shows this through her music, and she shows this through her support of her fans, and how she lets her fans come into her house, and that she's able to just show her emotions through music and through different facets in her life. And this is how she's able to connect with not only her fans but also anyone that she comes in contact with, and this also helps a lot with her music. Next up is her Mercury in Capricorn, and since she has this placement, Mercury in Capricorn is all about practicality, and their conversational style reflects that trait. So when she speaks or she says anything, she wants it to be practical so people can understand what's being said and it makes sense. So when you're having a conversation with her, you're going to know what she's talking about, and you're going to understand what she's trying to come across. Especially with this Mercury in Capricorn, she's open with the way she feels, and she's steady on it, and she's just going to tell you from A to Z how she feels and what should be done. So you won't get any confusion when talking to someone like Taylor Swift, because she has a Mercury in Capricorn. So you're going to know where she stands, and you're not going to be on the loop on anything. Next up is her Venus in Aquarius, and when someone has this placement, they use their intellectual powers or intellectual prowess to show off to a potential partner. So when it comes to this placement, the person tries their best to not only do the outward but also the inward. The inward appearance, or the heart, or the way that the person thinks, it's what makes them attractive. They tend to be very independent, and they really love their significant others. However, they're not the type of person that loves to be with them all the time. They have a lot of love in their heart for them, but they do want some space, and they do love independence in a relationship. They also have a lot of humanitarian values, and they want to make sure that the world is a better place. So this is something that they will talk to their spouse about, things that really make them happy intellectually. Next up is her Mars in Scorpio. Mars and Scorpio have an incredible intuition, and they have a magnetic thing about them that makes people want to come closer to them, and they also have excellent stamina. So if you look at Taylor Swift, a lot of people are drawn to her because she has just this thing in her, this spark in her that makes people want to be around her. And her stamina is great. She's always working. If you see her on stage, she does a lot of work on stage. So you see that she's very active, not only on stage, but even when she's starting music or making music, because she writes her own music. And she's just a person that has great intuition. She has a great feeling on stuff, and she's able to call out stuff that other people may not see, or what other people may not know until they see it face to face. Next is her Jupiter in Cancer, and someone with a Jupiter in Cancer are very instinctive and they attract luck and good fortune. This is something that happens because their intuition and them having a great instinct on a lot of things. So Taylor Swift tends to be a person who's very instinctive and knows what to do at a certain time, and she's able to attract a lot of luck and a lot of good fortune because of that. And she's been able to do this from time and time because she has a lot of awards. She has a lot of #1 hits, a lot of #1 albums, and she's just had a lot of success. She does have a very great network of over $500 million. So she's been able to attract a lot of luck and good fortune. And this is due mostly to her Jupiter in Cancer, alongside her hard work as well. Next up is her Saturn in Capricorn. So people who have this placement are very ambitious and will do their best to make it to the top of their field. So previously we were talking about her Jupiter in Cancer, and then at the end I was talking about her hard work. So her having a Saturn in Capricorn really helps and balances out that Jupiter in Cancer, because she's always working hard, she's very ambitious, and she is making it to the top of her field in this generation. A lot of her music are touching younger generations and this generation as well. So she's been working hard and she is reaching the top of her field. She has put out a lot of great music that touches the heart and souls of people around the world. So by her having her Saturn in Capricorn, it is not shocking that she has a lot of success, and a lot of success is drawn towards her. Next up is her Uranus in Capricorn. With this placement, it's all about planning for the future as much as possible and making them automatic innovators. So she's the type of person that not only thinks about the now, but she thinks about her future, meaning whether herself or whether she were to have children, how would they live? Would they live comfortably? Or just things that she wants to make sure her future looks nice. So this will make her an automatic innovator, and she has innovated a lot of things in the music industry, and this isn't shocking because she does have her Uranus in Capricorn, and this is something that is prone to happen when you have this placement. She has not only done a lot of innovative things in her music, but she has done them in her music videos, and things that were not done before were done in the music videos that she has put out over the years. Next up is her Neptune in Capricorn. She does have a lot of Capricorn placements, and because she has this placement in Neptune, these people try their best to focus on ways to increase their power, wealth, and influence. So Taylor Swift is the type of person who will try her best to increase her power in this world and society, whether that's on social media, around the world, or just in general. She's going to work hard to make sure that she can increase her power. She's also going to try her best to increase her wealth, and she's been able to do that by the age of 31, and she's going to continue doing that. And also her influence. She continuously puts out music, and regardless of whether a generation has heard her already, she wants to make sure that other generations are able to listen to her and get to know her. So she has a great influence over generations. Next up is her Pluto in Scorpio. When someone has this placement, they always try their best to look deeper into any situation and discover what's going on behind the scenes, because they're the type of people that think and know that everything is not what it seems. They want to know what's going on deeper, because just because there's a situation that happens, there has to be a backstory to it. So they try their best to find the deeper meaning of what's going on. So while they're looking deeper about what's going on, then they try their best to give that information and try their best to give it to the next generation, so they're able to fix the problem or to fix what's going on. So Taylor Swift is really good at doing this through her music and doing it through the activism that she brings on a daily basis. Up next is her North Node in Aquarius, and in order for her to uncover her hidden gifts and talents, she would need to work on these parts in her life. One is objectivity, desire for friendship, making decisions for the group's best interests, willingness to share unconventional ideas, willingness to champion humanitarian causes, active participation in groups, awareness of equality, relating to others as individuals apart from their specific roles, creating win-win situations, and recognizing how others are special. And in order for her to be able to uncover her talent, she would need to work on these parts of her life, and this is due to her having a North Node in Aquarius. Next up is her Chiron in Cancer. So by having a Chiron in Cancer, the wound is related to individual sense of self-love and nourishment. People who have this placement are likely to have undergone neglect or abuse in their early life, and because of this, they are the type of people to be insecure, emotional, and needy. They lash onto people who can really leash off of their need of love and need of nourishment. And because they don't have a lot of self-love, then they can take for granted people who actually do love them without even realizing it. So her wound will probably her having a lot of self-love, and this is something that is very important for her to have, and I think that day by day she's able to accomplish this, especially when she talked about how she always wanted to stay small and at times she wouldn't eat so she can keep that small weight. However, she has talked about how she has improved, so I'm seeing a lot of self-love. Next up is her Scorpio Rising. When someone has this placement, they have a very strong presence. They tend to be very determined and stubborn. They see through people's exteriors. They are intense and have a strong drive to succeed. They need a partner down to earth, reliable, and loyal. They have a pleasant exterior and may not be like their true self. They don't take decisions lightly. They tend to take a long time before opening up. They rely on intuition to solve a lot of their problems, and they do need privacy. So these traits are something that Taylor Swift does have, and this has helped her a lot with accomplishing a lot in her career, and this is actually a great placement for her. And it's great for the occupation that she has as a performer and someone in the spotlight. Lastly would be her Midheaven in Virgo. With this placement, these individuals try to play it safe with choosing a career, and they prefer a career that's very stable and secure. So with the career she has in the music industry, it is stable and it is secure, because even if she doesn't perform or make music in 15 years, she does have money from royalties, so that's pretty stable and secure. And they have a particular way of how they handle language. They're good at talking, and they're good at telling their feelings, and they're good at communicating with people. They love to go into occupation that deals with analyzing certain situations and analyzing details as well. Well, that's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to Taylor Swift's natal chart. Please let me know down below how you felt about it. Did you learn more about Taylor Swift and her personality? Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also hit that like button and share this video with anyone you know. And also comment anything that I left out or anything that you liked specifically with the video in general. Also share this video with anyone you know. And if you have not yet followed me on my social media accounts, then they are linked down below as well. And you guys can support me on my PayPal, that is linked down below as well. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.